every time I think this team is reverting back to losing 10 in a row and about to start tanking, they showed me an effort like this. And then I start questioning myself where I'm like, is this team starting to figure it out? And are they actually pretty good? I don't know. Because you look at back in January, right? The month of January, you started it, New Year's Day, Brooklyn Nets, you beat them after losing a bazillion in a row in December. And you're like, oh, a win to start 2025. We're undefeated, but we're all joking and saying it. Then they go on to lose to the Magic, the Bucks, the Knicks, the Cavs, and the Pistons. And we're like, yep, back to the losses. And then all of a sudden, something flips. They beat the Golden State Warriors. They beat the Celtics. They lose on the road to the Bucks pretty good. They beat the Magic. They beat the Hawks twice. They beat the Pelicans. They beat the Wizards. And we're like, oh, this is fun. The teams are crap, but you're beating them. All right, fun. You play the Bulls. You lose. And we're like, okay, there's a bad loss. And now you got a really tough schedule coming up. Here come the losses starting to pile up. I said in the last one, they may not, the next 5 or 6 games are playing some incredible teams. They may not win a game. They went out there tonight against the Los Angeles Clippers at Scotiabank Arena and played one of their better games of the season, and they beat them at home. Right after a tough loss on Friday, you bounce back with a win against a good team. Now, people are going to say, well, no Norman Powell, come on. Well, since Kawhi Leonard has been back in the lineup for the Clippers, they're 8-2. Make that 8-3. And the Raptors with the win are 16-33 on the season. It ain't pretty. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They've been playing some great basketball. Yes, Kawhi's on a minute restriction. So is Emmanuel Quickley. And I thought they played so well tonight. Now, before we get into the game itself, I thought it was very interesting. I'm not going to talk politics or anything on this because I think us as Canadians, I think they know where we all stand with this thing on our chest, but I'm not going to say too much. We've all seen the videos by now. Shout out William Liu for posting it on his Twitter or X or whatever. And the fans were booing the anthem. Fans were booing the American national anthem today, singing the Canadian one loud and proud. You go to the Ottawa Senators game, I think that was today. They're booing the American national anthem today. There's a lot going on right now. That's all I'm going to say. If you haven't seen the videos, go check them out. A lot is going on. The one thing I will say, and I don't care. Look, I know this is a basketball video, but I will say this. If you are Canadian and you are proud to be Canadian, watch on February 15th. Canada, USA at the Bell Center in Montreal for the Four Nations face-off. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Back to basketball. Back to basketball where this Raptor team today, I thought this was the most impressive win for just a few reasons. One, because you're playing a good team who had won a couple games in a row. They've been feeling themselves recently. Even after the loss, they're 7 games over 500. They're 6th in the really good Western Conference. And through the first half, it was punch for both teams. It was back and forth, back and forth. I swear no team led by more than 5 points at any point during that first half. Maybe once or twice, but it didn't feel like it was very long. Right? Raptors win the first quarter by 4. Great. A good start to the game. And then they win the second quarter by 4. We are tied at the half because Amir Coffey hit that 3 right at the end of the first half to tie the game. We're deadlocked going into the second half. And how many times have we seen the Raptors come out in the third quarter or fourth quarter and just kind of lay down and die, and that's all she wrote? Not today! That third quarter today was one of the best ones of the season. Defensively, they were locked the hell in. They looked outstanding. They were just flying all over the place defensively. One play in particular, a loose ball. Jakob Poeltl dives on it for the loose ball. Gets it over Kawhi Leonard. Gets the outlet pass to RJ. Can't remember what it led to on offense, but it's just an incredible hustle play to get that loose ball. Another play, I don't know if it was in the third quarter or in the fourth, when Grady hit that big 3 off a swing from RJ. How many times have we seen RJ just force shots too much, right? And we're like, RJ, maybe don't do that. His passing has been so good this year. He makes the extra pass to Grady, who was hot tonight. He had 18 points, shot extremely efficient. He was great. Knocks down the 3. He had a couple dunks. Had the alley-oop reverse as well. Nasty stuff all around. Raptors win that third quarter, 31-16. Again, as I mentioned, through the first half of this game, it's been back and forth, back and forth. No real team has gone on a run. Raptors, I think, going on like a 22-7 run at one point or something like that to build that lead up. And they go into the fourth quarter with a 15-point lead. You're feeling good. Now, you're waiting for that punch, though. We're waiting for that big punch. You really didn't get it. Sure, they made a little run at the end. Obviously, they won the fourth quarter by 8, and you won it by 7. But you were up by double digits for the majority of the fourth quarter. I'm proud of the guys. With all this, what this season has told me is they were awful to start. They weren't healthy for a majority of the start of the season. It was quite ugly. But the one big thing I'm kind of, zoning in on right now is that they're buying into what Darko is selling. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, this is the players in the core, right? Coaches are replaceable, blah, 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 blah. Right. Well, you can also tell when players have gone numb to a system and they don't care anymore and they don't really care about the system and they go away from what their coach wants them to do. How many assists do the Raptors have today? 31. I didn't even know that. I just had to look at 31 assists again for the Toronto Raptors today. They knocked down 115 points on one of the best defensive teams in basketball. When you find them, where's their defensive rating? Second in the league, where they allow 109.5 a game. The Raptors dropped 115 on them. Okay? There's that. And the Raptors knocked down 13 threes, shot 52%. But the thing, again, it's not just one guy. It's not like you had Scotty drop 40. No! The Raptors had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures today. 7. One guy cracked 20 points. That was RJ Barrett, who had 20 smack on the nose. But you know what that shows me? So many different guys contributing. And even the guys who didn't score 20, guy like Chris Boucher, he 9 points on 3 of 5 shooting, knocked down 2 threes. I was just so impressed with what we saw today from the Raptors. I thought Jacoby looked great. Ochai looked awesome. Even though Jacoby's, the efficiency was down, he was knocking down some threes as well. How many did he hit today? He knocked down a couple threes. The effort tonight was outstanding. Scotty Barnes only had to play 33 minutes tonight. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 from the line. Was perfect, 2 of 2 from three-point range. Again, didn't force the 3. You like what you saw there from Scotty. And a +5 on the floor. RJ Barrett, 20 points, 6 boards, 7 assists, 9 of 21 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. 3 steals in the game. I thought defensively he was much better today. A +6 while he was out there. And Jakob Poeltl. We've seen games where Ivica Zubac just dominates. Well, he had 18 today, did Zubac, but he played 40 freaking minutes. Where Jakob Poeltl played 30, had a double-double, 10 and 10. Shot 4 of 9, 2 of 2 from the line, had a block in the game, +11 while he was out there on the floor. And in IQ, good to see him back out there again. Back-to-back games. He had 11 points and 6 assists in 17 minutes. Only played 17 minutes. I don't even know if he played in the second half. 3 of 5 from the field. A perfect 4 of 4 from the line. 1 of 2 from 3. He was an even player in the 17 minutes. And this is where the big one for me comes in. It's these 3 guys I'm going to talk about now. Grady. A lot of talk recently has been how he's been struggling. And if you look at his season numbers going into play today, the percentages are way down. Shooting 41% from the field, under 35% from 3. After that great start to the season, it's really come down. What did he do today? 18 points, 3 boards, 1 assist on 7 of 9 shoot. I hit Ochai for some reason. 7 of 9 shooting. Perfect 2 of 2 from the line. Perfect 2 of 2 from 3. Had a steal in the game. A +8 while he was out there in 32 minutes. One of his better games I've seen in quite a while for Grady. And it's hopefully something to build on. Again, this is the point I'm trying to get at, guys. Scotty Barnes, 23 years old. RJ Barrett, 24? 24 years old. IQ, 25, correct? Oh, IQ didn't return Sunday, so he actually left the game with an injury, apparently. Okay, well, I'll have to wait and see what that's all about. 25 years old there. Obviously, Grady Dick in his second year. He's only 21 years old. And then Jacoby Walter. The confidence was there today. 10 points, 4 boards, couple assists, 4 of 11 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, had a steal in the game, was a -3 in 21 minutes. But the fact that he's getting this run against good teams in big moments of this game and didn't look phased, again, I like the confidence out of the young fella. And what? He's only 20 years old, right? He just got drafted, 20 years of age. You look at a guy like Ochai Agbaji, 12 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, a perfect 5 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, a steal and 3 blocks today, and a team high +12 for Ochai Agbaji. How old is Ochai? Well, he's a mere 24 years old. What I'm trying to get at, and I said earlier on in the video, is this team actually better than what we think? They have a team with a core that has nobody older than, if you want to say Jakob, but IQ is their oldest player. And they have already bought into what Darko is showing them. It's a sign of things to come. Would I have loved them to get one more top-tier talent? Yeah. But I think this team might be better than we think they are. Now, can they lose their next game to the Knicks and get slaughtered and be like, well, maybe not. Back to reality. It's quite possible. But after what I saw today, I see what's in this team, and I see what they're capable of, and I'm proud of them for that. All right? So as I mentioned, the next game for the Toronto Raptors is Tuesday night at Scotiabank Arena. Raptors at home against the New York Knicks at 7:30. This is going to be a very interesting test. A team, again, in the Knicks, who are very good. 32-17. They are one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. They're third in the East. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They have been very good. OG Anunoby left the game yesterday with an ankle sprain, so I don't know if he'll be in that game for the against Raptors. But regardless, if they're supposed to be this great team and we're supposed to be some tanking team, they should kick our ass, right? We'll see how it goes. And I'm very curious how this team plays now that they've bought into the system and they're really starting to progress. But hey, they get their teeth kicked in, then I'll be here to talk about it regardless. But I'm proud of the guys after the game today. Really, really am. So, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the game today, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. The subscribe button, you guys not done so already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Raptors? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and, of course, TikTok is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. I will talk to you guys. Leafs edition. When? Tuesday? Tuesday. Right? Yeah, Tuesday in Calgary against the Flames. A 9 p.m. puck drop there. So hang on. Late game starting there. It's going to be a tough one, but it's okay. We'll get through it. And as for the Raptors, we talked about it. Their next game is on Tuesday as well. It's a 7:30 tip-off between the Raptors and the Knicks at Scotiabank Arena. 7:30 there. Looking to make it 2 in a row after the tough loss to the Bulls. Let's see how this goes. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the dub this evening. Talk to you guys then.